Yeah, a story as old as Counter-Strike and Astralis are looking to go back to where they deserve to be, the major stage, but they have to deal with a couple really well-playing Swedes to get there. Adam B's gonna open things up, double setup in towards the apartments. Lovely double.
Sure, you've taken LMB to down to 4 HP, which is going to make things a little bit easier for you if you want to maneuver right into the site. But the fact that Metizport have gone all the way outside of Banana, so much control through mid, but Isaac struggles on the collection. Suddenly Astralis have an in.
Okay, it's down. Bomb could get dropped. Hampus not able to connect on the shots. Blobski's got his knife out. Really old fights happening all over the map.
This is getting really rough. Suddenly, Astralis find themselves in the matchup. You've got Storm getting himself with a bomb over to this B site. Metizport are trying to chase after him. Storm gets a safe plant. There's a real chance Astralis get this.
Yeah, he's gonna need a 1v2 clutch for the ace here. Down. What a way that would be for him to kick things off in this game.
Drops back. Bomb successfully gone down without taking too much damage. 3 kills to his name. He could get the ace here. What a brilliant start. Goes ring around the Rosie.
Perfect timing.
Cathedral. This time it could be nuts. Oh, he's been spotted. Rips the head of Plopski's shoulders. And now it's down to 1v1 versus Hampus, and Hampus can't be safe about this at all. Goes again for the wraparound in through ruins. Storm is playing with him. This is brilliant. He's really comfortable in such situations. And Hampus knows he's run out of time. No kit anymore available to him. Has to start running away. Storm wants to see if he can go for the ace, but he's already done his team proud. Astralis with first blood.
What a way to kick things off. I know he doesn't get all 5 kills, by the way, Down, but you can give him the ace in this one. He's played it to absolute perfection. Officially participated in 0 opening fights for Astralis on the T side so far in this tournament.
Well, he was a bit of the backbone this time around. That forced buy from Metizport, making things difficult for this Danish roster. And the Mollies and Nades aren't making things that easy either. Yeah, but Hampus, on the other hand, will have reinforcements. He doesn't mind this approach at all. Astralis are able to pop down a smoke. The cross could be coming, but Metizport already making their way to the defensive lines of ruins. Aggression from Stair. Nice early entry. Adam B closes in with a FAMAS. You try to make things work with the SMGs, but you're starting to lose life. Storm down to 3 points. And Device needs to do the heavy lifting. Connects with the first one. You know Adam B is nearby. Spray is coming through on the smoke. You need to start thinking about the bomb plant. That's exactly what Device does.
Yeah, there's the tap. They're still waiting for the player coming in from Banana, though, and the longest the time goes on, the closest Lumi's gonna get.
And Isaac reads the shot from where Device is planting. That's ridiculous. The intuition to go for a spray down in that unorthodox angle, or at least pop out. Popping off, I guess, is yet to be proven. Adam B knows there's something going on. Approaching in short, this explosion from Astralis needs to be good. They've got a couple of flashes available to them if they want to do that. All their nades hurt. And you know what hurts even more? Hampus' bullets on the back line. Kaden in panic takes down one of his own teammates, and all of a sudden, Astralis' attack is in shambles.
Yeah, you just turn your backs and Hampus is coming in from Banana pushing down. That's the price of a force buy. I guess now they know. And there's a couple kills being picked up. Still far from panic stations. Plopski's going to confirm that double kill. Nice and easy. Clean stuff coming out of Plopski. Yeah, failed retake utility in towards Banana, but they're still, I guess, keeping them at bay enough to go for that double apartments push. Yeah, B timing. Oh, no.
Yikes. That is not going to go well for Astralis. Metizport are winning on every single engagement. Cadian finally creating a bit of a gap for his team. Bomb needs to be collected, though. There's 1 minute on the clock. Metizport are being very proactive with crossing. They know they've let go of the B bomb site access. But do you still have the supporting ability to allow the bomb planter to cross? Resmoking. But 2 players still capable of being above it. A bit of a whoopsie there. Realizing the close smoke is probably the best one. Cadian drops it, picks it up after the spray. Bomb could be going down here, but it's still a 2v3.
And Cadian's low on HP. Device has to do the majority of the heavy lifting, you feel like.
Deep angle into Cathedral. Not one that you expect necessarily. Goes for the early pickup, getting a bit fidgety with the impending doom signed up by Metizport. Cadian Now on the 1v2, barely any health on him. Needs the clean headshots, will not be getting them. Instead, Metizport are successful with not only the start of this round, but the closer, able to deny another Astralis buy round. Could still pick up the pieces from there on out, but this is your own map pick. This is where you're supposed to find some early comfort.
Oh my god.
But you're getting picked apart. Plopsky with the early pickup again. Astralis need to figure out a plan.
And that doesn't help, by the way. This is Down. He's been the hardest hitting player on the side of Astralis so far on this map. All of his teammates combining for 7 kills. Down's got 9. They need someone else to step up. That's at least the start.
I think that was off the back of an HE grenade as well.
Same for the entries.
Hamper's about to be tested. First up.
Oh,
great flash coming in from Device. Gabby completely destroys Hampers there. Plopsky gets confused throughout the chaos. Plenty of players appearing left and right. And that means that Astralis finally get the bomb down, having the number superiority. This round should be falling in their hands.
I mean, I'm not sure if we can describe that as clean necessarily, but Yappy just jump headshot.
Metizport lacking formation for a past few seconds. Some flashes, some movement towards A. But this B push, yet to be spotted. Lumi posted up nicely. Great little pop flash. Yabbing to drop through. But Plopsky's got the higher angle. Stare does influence the endeavor, but still, you've got to deal with Lumi. Device jumps in aggressively with the big green. Gets things to equal ground 3v3. Again, B executes successful.
He's seen him. They're going to give it a go on the retake, though. Stan's down to 3 HP. Kadian wants to make sure he doesn't go down to Hampus here.
Thing is, Metizport are a bit disjointed here. You sort of need to wait for Isaac to join to have your better chances. Damage with nades, opening, re-smoked again. This hinders Metizport's chance, and they're starting to run out of time. You can see that Isaac's heart isn't into this. He drops back. Metizport as well. They're looking to save.
Yeah, it's all about Isaac not being able to find a kill early on and towards middle, and I don't really mind it, right? You're looking at the money on the side of Metizport. This is them just realizing we're in no rush to get rounds. We can play for a couple exit kills. This is a good pickup coming out of Isaac. Money on Astralis is starting to get a little bit more solid, also. It's not going to make that massive of a difference, but
quick comeback one from Astralis. Again, early nade damage from Astralis, but it doesn't look like they care. They want to get players up close and banana quickly. This boost comes through, and Stair's successful with the collection.
That's why you want to have him on the opening kills. He's so crisp with it. Seems like another group up towards the B bomb side. At abundance of Util, Stair is still exploring his options in towards the apartments, though.
And it's a treacherous one. Lumi holding the angle. Is not going to struggle too much with that pickup. Astralis no longer having Stair on the lurk. Will try and double down on this B push. Hampus all by himself to defend.
The nade.
Could do a bit. It does. 2 different players. Is it substantial to soften them up? Enough smoke to deter the cross. Spray down already coming through from Adam B, but he runs out of bullets, has to reload, and Astralis take that chance to aggress. The Snade coming in again. It's going to be a lob. An underthrow onto Storm. It does so much. Spray down. Oh, barely gets away. Stun running away from that keeps the numbers equal.
This is the one you might want to go for, though. Isaac is going to be a little bit quicker in towards Banana. Important fight coming up against Device.
Hampus to spearhead the attack. Yabi and Storm holding hands in this exchange. You've still got players on the backside to be spotted. Astralis playing in corners, playing in the shadows, ready for the moment to pounce. And when they do, they're deadly. Slice their opponent's necks. Isaac left, and Device will be quick to deal with. Lumi, the only one to get pickups this round, but it will be to no avail as Astralis make their realm known.
If you get that op out of the hands of Lumi, they're not going to have enough money to put him on one in the next round, I feel like. Oh, never mind. Hampus has got it. Still, you want to stay alive ideally, and Device will make sure that is not the case. So, struggling so far this year, holding on to bomb sites, converting rounds that you look at and you're thinking, well, 8, maybe even 9 out of 10 times this team should be winning. They haven't really been letting go of a lot of those so far. Metizport still giving it a go at a 7th round, and Stowns open things up with a big double in towards Banana. Plopsky and Hampus go down 6 feet under. There's no way.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear me. They can hear a lot of movement. Astralis no. The thing is, Yabi, though, has got a great position to explode from. Crossfire from Metizport. Best case scenario for them on the late game. Isaac holding his ground, doing a lot of damage with the MP9, but Adam B forced to do it by himself. Astralis, that was a decisive set of rounds, a consecutive streak to put them at level ground with Metizport by the end of the half.
There's been a couple Mirage games, just we haven't been getting the majority of them.
Either way, the early pistols make a big difference. And the Astralis know this. Notify the rest of the team that Metizport are looking to push into this A site. Storm around the stairs, staying under the radar for just a little bit, but Plopsky's able to turn around in time. Stare with the dualies, hoping he can get a multi-kill here. Lumi playing around with him, fiddling with him, as the rest of the team trying to drop back into the fight. Astralis have been able to make ground already, closing the distance, but Metizport group their players up together. Somehow Device keeps things close, finds himself cover onto the site, a reload. The thing is, Bomb is in the corner here. If he's able to find one pickup, then maybe there's a chance to get back onto the bomb, isolate the second. No, not going to happen. Already a difficult endeavor with the numbers advantage for the Swedish side. You know what? The Charlottes have got the best setup they could have hoped for this one, but pull the trigger early on the engagement. Now, if you're Metizport, have you realized there are enough players around there? You haven't really shown your mark. This is still a very doable situation. They take the early tries, try to be present in the moment. Deagle shots from Storm, but not all the bullets are landing. Instead, Stair comes in to do some cleaning up. Metizport will be able to get the bomb down here, but they're worried that their opponents are going to explode in.
Oh,
that's
tricky
exactly
smoke.
what they're going to do. Smoke going to come in. The flood comes out. Cadian only left. Loses a lot of damage from the spray down there. His confidence now will be hindered.
And he's out of there. Yep.
Takes his pick between the MP9 and the MAC-10. And gets out. But the flow changes here. Metizport look to hit this A site. Flood of utility dropping. Adam B to start off this engagement. They don't check Cadian's angle. He's yet to be tested. Device pops in and he acts as a distraction. Cadian comes out, gets one, but it's still Metizport at the disadvantage. Storm backing up. The pressure Astralis have been inflicting from short, then long, then short again has been immaculate. And now Metizport are scratching their heads.
You were just not ready for the pace. You were just not ready for them to be foreign towards that A bomb side. But hold on a minute.
Oh, no.
Hold on a second. Isaac's found another one. Lumi's got the information. Yabi's the B player. And stare in towards that short position. Lumi might try and walk back in towards the B bomb side. Yabi's pushed all the way bottom banana in towards middle. It's not too bad of a decision here. You're grouping up with Stare. You want to approach this one together. There's a good chance if Lumi gets into a fight, he doesn't realize. But if he's able to get the kill onto Yabi, he won't know B's there.
Oh my word, Lumi. No way you've just done that. Suddenly it's a very real possibility. All started off from a 4v2, now a 1v1. Stair's got the good read. Coming through banana. Lumi wary of such possibility, but not quite aware how quick Stair could have approached. Here he comes, out from the shadows. So much damage done, but not quite the pickup. Stair doubles down in holding that position. It works out, but blimey, sweat must be rolling down his shoulders after that one. It wasn't just the importance of winning the round, it's just about winning it competitively.
Hey, Bob.
Device nearby. Adam B, that is so snappy. And now you can start making your efforts to join into this A side. There's only one player defending it. Stair needs help and he needs it quick. Molly down, doesn't care. Gets a double before he drops. The Astralis are definitely back in this, especially given that Yabi's got himself behind. They don't have a clue. Only one player on site punching in the digits. Yambi, the smoke is there to allow Hampus to gain some cover. He's low on health. But Lumi takes up a really strong angle. Yabi are waiting for his teammate to arrive. Surely he's been telegraphed. Surely he has. Molly dropping. Yabi waiting to see if he can collect Isaac. Instead, Isaac presses the double key rather than the S. And now Lumi shows his ground as well. Great flash coming through. Isaac pops out. Stornor to himself. Metizport, how on earth did you do that?
Was that Isaac just pushing through a Molotov and flashing apps as if they're executing onto the bomb side to blind the CTs coming in? He started this year with a series of 4 consecutive events below 1 rating, then had 1 event that was spot on 1, and then 3 more on below 0.9. Now he's standing on 113, and he's still going for more.
This time for Charlotte, though, double down with an early pickup. 2, actually, and Metizport trailing. A great chance for Astralis to catch up. completely stops the flow from the previous rounds, right? Metizport started to
Yeah.
make us think they could run away with this, but Astralis get some extra guns in their hands, and they make things look a little bit more competitive. Cadian with the lesser of all the weapons might be tested here, given that Yabi's been dropped. This round isn't over as Metizport take over B.
There's no way. Low HP. Util's gonna come in. They get a bomb plant. At least they've given themselves a chance. And now it's a 5v3 again for Astralis.
You've left one player out from Banana as well. Device knows. Oh, Hampus has got the greediness to cross through in front of Device's cross yet 2 times.
They've got a molly. He's
Flushed
again.
out.
Device missed
But
him.
he's got cover behind mid-pillar. Storm gets 2 kills. Okay, all down to Isaac now. And he's been isolated outside of Banana. Smoked off. Can you find the player defusing? Molly in front of you. Can hope that these shots land. Human meat shield from 2 different players. Glock out. Not happening. Astralis avert the crisis. Did start off with the 2 early kills for them, but Metizport still keep them on their heels. Oh my word. How did you get away with that? Metizport do switch their mind over to this A side. They've got the bomb in hands there. The timing isn't right. You've got Device trying to keep you alive, but there's just way too many players crossing Device. 2 kills to his name already. Can hear the commotion coming in through short. 2 players next to him, draws out the hand cannon, but it's just not good enough. Metizport explode through the site, take over anyone that is in their path. Cadian left solo journey up against the 3 of the Swedes.
And this is not one that you're calling off here, Cadian. You press tap, you look at the money, you know you're going to be able to reinvest into the next one. Might as well give it a go. Low HP on Lumi and Plopsky, but you need something special.
Isaac is checking the position. It's being watched, and that molly reveals exactly where Cadian's going to drop from. No flash to allow him to pop out. The smoke is just there to flood through. He has to leg it. This has to be the most incredible round we've ever seen. Instead, no. Does hold back instead. There's no kit either. So, yeah, there was no chance he was going to go for that one. Instead, gives away his life. That is not optimal if you're Astralis. It's a good timing on the molly as well to give Cadian some extra breathing space to go all the way around. Device no longer checking the score position. Oh, dear me. Device now knows. Not only knows, but he'll be knowing all from the grave.
Missed him.
We'll be dreaming about that one in a different dimension. Yabi needs to hold down the line here. If Yabi doesn't get a multi-frag, this is going to go wrong. Cadian, next player to be contested. He's got one. Doubles down. There's no way going backwards here. Can't drop back. Molly behind him. Can't quite get the third, meaning Astralis on the back foot, trying to interrupt the bomb plant. Can't get there on time. Metizport try to close in, but Lumi, all he has to do is hold his line of fire. Metizport answer first. Their opponent's map pick drops in their hands.
One map away from making Swedish Counter-Strike great again. Metizport strike down first on Inferno. And this is why this was going to be such an exciting game. And that major. Lumi, Adam B, that would be a first for them. Isaac, Plopsky, and Hampus returning to the major stage, hopefully for them. And the new boy on the block is the one to open things up here in this pistol round.
Yeah, early pickup for Lumi as he's single-handedly taken on mid. Astralis wary of it and don't want to be crossing it too much. Respect it as well and have to take the long way around if they want to rotate and bolster up the defenses around Cadian here still. You are making your way into the market. Device does get an early pickup. He's hiding within the smoke. Metizport are having great difficulty in finding him, and he finds himself behind enemy lines through the chaos. Knife down onto Hampus. That's a statement if I've ever seen any.
That's one way to boost up the confidence going into that type of an important map. Lumi's the one that got the first go. He's the one that needs to get 4 more if they want to win the pistol, but it's definitely not happening. Not in this lifetime.
Nah. Lumi will need some out-of-worldly shots to connect. Some luck, hoping that he can isolate the engagements as well. He's done so already on one, but it did take more than half of his HP in doing so. And now with their opponents being very aware of where he is, will be able to clean up. I think the star of the show is going to be Cadian. Even though Device gets 4 kills there, the fact that Cadian is able to hold his ground and go all the way around in the midst of the chaos. Knife kill on the bomb planter. That's the highlight for me.
Yeah, if Cadian goes down there, obviously the kitchen smoke fails a little bit as well, right? I'm not sure if that was the player blocking it, but there wasn't anyone in towards the back of the bomb side, so a bit of a missed piece of util there from the side of Metizport. If it goes inside, it's going to be a lot easier to clean the bomb side. But yeah, Cadian deploys that defensive smoke in towards default, navigates
very right-hand side leaning for your Metizport. And this could be a very pacey execute of this B site. You've got help coming in through short. You've got two players looking to see if they can keep the cross lines down. And Yabi is able to do it before the smoke drops. A bit mistimed here for Metizport. They would have liked a lot of a cleaner entry onto the site. Yet to get the bomb down, you're not feeling the comfort. You need an opening quick. Yabi hiding. Isaac desperately trying to pick him up, eventually does, but it's not without the trade. And the remaining Metizport players so very low. Plopsky far away from the action. Astralis with full control over bomb.
They're just charging at them. Astralis is not letting Metizport have any comfort whatsoever. The moment that they try and make their way into the bomb side, there's a barrage of players running at them. And Device is even pushed all the way in towards the B apartments. There's no way Plopsky's going to be ready for this.
Nah. And even if he is, he's going to be ready for another two. Device won't let that happen. 4 in the bag for Astralis. A complete change of pace from the first match, Inferno.
Isaac might get knifed. The timing has passed for him to usually turn around and looking towards the ramp. Yeah, he could. But it is there. Maybe anyone else on the team.
Stair's the most responsible one.
Yeah.
Surely they know, Metizport, now that the bomb is completely under enemy control. So they do desperately trying to find their way back in. Google's doing work. Looney hoping he can connect with a 1-dig again. Oh, maybe there's an actual chance. 2 versus 2. If you find some rifles, this is doable.
This is so expensive already, Stair. Good position in towards the stairs, though. Excuse the pun.
Yeah, but you're running out of time also, so even if you get Stair, you're going to have to pick up the bomb, then make the right decision as well to go. They do collect Stair. Astralis lose 4 out of their 5 players. The positive is that they're running into Device, who's got his AK out, could spray down, could save the day, gets the first pickup, now knows he's got to avoid the next engagement, flash out, denying Lumi the better angle on this attack, and you know you need to get for the pickup or go for the plant. Device allows neither. Astralis avert a very dangerous round.
B-split coming up. Yabi's gonna get flashed in. Flash should be good enough. Hampus blinded. Chaotic. Does go down. Yabi realizes there was no one else though, and that should mean they realize there could be a little bit of presence in towards short or middle. Cadian posted with the AVP though. That's yet to be spotted out. Timing is going to be of the utmost importance.
If Astralis are able to execute this, they'll be known for the capability of being on the double AWP. Though, luring attention towards Cadian allows Yabi to step up. Now Metizport 180, they're heading towards A.
There's that.
And so is Device. Suddenly Metizport have got full access to this A site, bomb to go down, and a 3v3.
There's no way. Retake is coming in deep. Molotov's down. He's going to try and beat it. Problem is, he's all alone. No one to support him. If he goes down, they've lost completely CT control, and Stown is just trying his best to hold his ground.
While Cadian is also trying to close up the distance to help Storn in this difficult place. You've also got the crossing from Yabi to come through connector, but it's going to take some time. Adam is also stuck in position, so Cadian grabs him. Lumi, though, crosshair, very dangerous placement. You've got to take the wider angle, misses the first shot. This is actually the chance for Astralis to break in. Isaac, not yet spotted to find some damage. Crossing in out to Palace. Lumi chimes in as well. Cadian, really tough scenario for him. Has to balance 2 different positions. Sure, he gets a couple of kills this round, but this goes to Metizport.
And those are some of the gaps that we were talking about on map number 1 as well. That was a 3 versus 5. You don't want to overcomplicate things for yourselves. Now, that's been a really good start to that Mirage. Probably one of the better map starts we've seen so far from Astralis. You want to keep it as clean as possible. A-pop coming upstairs. Nothing he could do to stop them on the way in. Bar hope for the spam to connect.
What's dangerous for Astralis, though, they're lacking the util for the retake. This is going to be tough. Lumi on the gatekeep on the mid side of things. Does get caught, though. At least Astralis have numbers here.
Not a lot of util, though. No kit either. You got to be quick with it. Only 2 smokes to work with.
Metizport line up. Plopsky going to have an aggressive stance here. Isaac gets caught, which does leave Plopsky exposed. Adam B, aggressive positioning outside of the box, knowing you could be infringed from multiple directions. Hampus left to try and clutch. Cadian can't win the 1v1, can't stick the defuse either. Oh no, do you have a kit? I don't think you do. Storm, this is lost. You've got to run away. Metizport are able to hold on to the bomb plant.
And that's another 5v3, right? They did lose the first 2 fights. I'm not mistaken right now. At a certain point, you gotta start worrying about the blood pressure problems of some of the Astralis fans, by the way. Those games have been really stressful.
I would not want to be you.
Yep. But
It's been a rough time to be an Astralis fan for the past few years, let's be fair.
Yeah, but if you're a Metizport fan, hey, you're loving life right now. One map ahead, Plopsky. Are we ignoring this angle, or we're just aware that device needs to be deep to get the kill? Okay, something in between. Still should be impossible for them to lose the round.
Yeah. Astralis need a pickup, need some rifles, otherwise it's not done. Isaac, right timing for him. Storn does have the only rifle in round. Stead does create himself an opportunity by getting an AK pickup, but you're right, no time, no kit. He's sort of hoping that you're denying the AK holds to the next of the round. Lumi, Galil in hand, will be able to upgrade in the last moment. Metizport continue with their win. It did get dangerous, though, off the back of pistols. Even though they lose the first player, the rest can steamroll through. Hampus to lead the charge this time around. No one in direct contention. Looney first blood, though.
There's an opener.
And Hampus doubles down. How do they even get away with that? Astralis, this should have been a stronger hold. You're with rifles this time around. Yabi is to be tested. Then check it. Oh, dear me. Yabi might be saving the day if he gets a second kill. Doesn't get it down on time. Oh, no. Every second it gets worse and worse. And Metizport look to close the gap.
Starting to fall apart a little bit. Kadian might have to call this one off. A 1v3, you don't want to be letting it go, but this is the first time you didn't actually get the opening kills. This was the first time, though, that you had such a strong side hold and it couldn't get anything done.
Also want to create some havoc in mid.
Yeah, kitchen window smoke lined up. There it goes.
This injury out from Kadian will get pressured instantly. Hampus, wide swing. No support there. Astralis instead 2 for nothing, while the rest of the Metizport players are left behind.
Yeah, you just shut them down completely. Good hold from Kadian. Device charming in with another, and now Adam B struggling, trying to find an opening back into the round and towards that A-bomb side.
I mean, you know you need some heroics here. You know you need to turn and stir things up just a little bit. And if you do, you might just buy your way back into this game. Plopsky knew exactly what to do here. And now the B site on their eyes. Kadian all to himself to the defense.
So quiet. They have no clue Plopsky's that close. He's already on the bomb site. Stown might just walk out. He's going to be blindsided. Plopsky, is he looking the right way? No, timing goes against him. Adam B, though, spotted in towards short, and Lumi once again is going to get an opportunity, but not ready for Kadian in towards the truck. And Astralis might be able to get back in the lead after all. It's an Adam B 1v4 needed, but with 20 seconds on the clock and bomb being dropped in towards the apartments, this one's not happening.
No, it's not happening. Not at all. Astralis having good confidence between each other to trust each other to hold the right angles. Kadian could have easily got on his eyes off of apartments there, but doesn't. Maintains his composure. Metizport denied the opportunity to jump into things. Denied to one-up Astralis' streak.
Just gonna set up stair for the jiggles. And Yabi a little bit deeper on.
Device to be tested. Ooh. Gets away with a shot.
No one's looking at us.
Pulling the trigger onto this A hit. Yabi spots out the deep positioning of these attackers. Suddenly, Isaac breaks through into Palace. Timing superb, but Stare and Storn are chiming in now. 15 seconds, Metizport. The time pressure is onto them. They need to grab the bomb, get the pickups around, and end up planting. It's not going to happen, though. Astralis have got them locked in, pincered through, and they will be in the lead by the end of the half.
Metizport trying to book their places into this organization's first ever against an Astralis team that's played, well, a couple of them. Second half this round starting up. Plopsky, Adam B get a hold on Device with a flying block, able to get the opener.
Bunny Rabbits into the site. Already taken over. Metizport have got to respect some presence, allowing for the rotates to come through as well, but Astralis have done the most difficult part. Bomb to be tapped. And Astralis want to group up together again, jumping up and down, avoiding bullets to the head, stray shot through smokes. There's some pace into this, intense showing, and if they can get the pistol collection here, it shows they're very much in contention of this series. Metizport pressured. Sure, they've got the map under control. They did pick up Inferno. But Astralis showing intent that Ancient should be well on the cards. Really good pistol round by Astralis.
And it's another 4K from Device and a pistol round, by the way. He got 4 kills in the first half pistol too.
Well, here comes the second wave. Metizport seem to be approaching, and quick. Frantic, actually. Adam B, triple, but only Stare to get the early collection. Suddenly, Astralis have got a way in. Nades to be able to open up the skies. Smoke's cleared out, and Metizport get 2 off the rip. Bomb not yet gone down, and you still have got the chance to break into the site. You've got Molly's. Isaac breaking on top of Ticket Booth. Doubles down with the help of Hampus. Metizport don't allow Astralis to tuck in contention in making the major in this map. This map could be it, taking down a legendary org, some legendary players in the process. But chin down, Hampus. Early start for Metizport as Astralis' push in mid is interrupted. Adam B finds a gap with the smoke, and suddenly twofold. Astralis, big struggle here. They lose a lot in their mid exploration. And if you're Stare and Yabi, you're probably wondering what are the next steps, because you're running out of space, running out of HP. And Metizport are running around circles.
I'm dropped again. They just re-aggressed towards middle. Stare. No way he was getting out of there alive. And Yabi on a 25-second timer is just going to get double peek from window. There's no world in which he's going to claim both those kills. It's a lovely... Astralis do have a final investment before the potential reset, though, and this is with the loss bonus starting to stack up, too, so a bomb plant could mean you have a little bit more. Yabi looking to switch up the pace in towards B, though.
Oh, Isaac has heard it. He's going to get an early pickup. That's exactly the start you want if you're Metizport. He could have doubled down, but instead it's Cadian that gets the pickup. Even though he's down to 7 points of health, Astralis keep up the pace. A double-sided approach with Lumi stepping to the plate. He needs a pick, but the fact that Astralis aren't giving it to him does make this endeavor a lot more tough. He's got Adam B for reinforcements, gets one onto Cadian. It's not enough, though. You need a lot more than that. Adam B keeping things competitive. Both Stare and Device with limited health, but you know your chances are slim. You're backing out.
You get the 11. They're still not aware of the fact that he's out of there, by the way. Still being cautious about it. 55 seconds, but Adam B just called it off. They're going to tap the bomb again, wait for the smoke to fade. And soon enough, realize you've been able to get that number 11 on the board. A lovely double kill coming out of Stare. This is the Mr. Impact we've been talking about.
Final buy for Metizport. Domi. Oh, he was scoped in. I don't think he quite realized. Storm does shoot. So therefore, you do have the chance. Astralis, though, so explosive with their attack. Don't hold back a second. Just walk in, make the A site their own. Make it look simple.
Surely that's going to be it. Surely we're going to a third here. That was your opportunity here, Metizport. You have the opening towards Palace. Lumi didn't realize he'd missed the timing. The moment he did and tried to fall back, they were already out the bomb side, and Stown is just showing them how it's done. 17 kills for him, 17 Device, 18 Stare. But it's really a team effort from the side of Astralis. Kill distribution looking really damn solid right now.
You're in miracle territory if you're Metizport right now. You're in dreamland if you want to make sure you stay in the match, stay in Mirage. And Astralis have definitely made everything in their power to get Ancient up here.
All Hampus-led teams, as we said, have always been really good on Ancient. And then Astralis probably one of the most solid maps for them too. One more round and Stown's already opened things up onto Hampus.
That Skull shot not connect, maybe just a pixel off. Either way, 2 picks to nothing for Astralis. And Metizport, they know their chances is by stacking up, hoping that Astralis walk into them. Instead, they'll go for a bit of proactivity. Stare, Cadian. Oh, holding together. Cadian being pressured, but Lumi a bit out of his depth. That's going to be it. There's no way Isaac gets this. Again, talking about fairy tale. Talking about dreams. This is going to be Astralis' simplest round of their life. Unless... switch to an AK. Somehow, the Astralis players have separated from one another. Nade on two, Cadian. Spray down, eventually gets the pickup. Suddenly, Isaac might actually make this work. 1v2, 30 seconds. Oh, that's so smart, though. Yeah, you're not going to expect Storm here. And with Device planting towards B, Storm's just going to hold this line. Surely not, right? Isaac is able to avoid it, and he doesn't even know.
Stout should have heard it. He
Got
should have heard
away
the
with
jump.
it. I mean, they know where he's going to come from, but it's at least giving Isaac a chance. Not when Device is holding that line, no! Misses the first shot, but at least gets a second chance. Blimey! Okay, he made a swear, but Astralis are able to win their opponent's map pick, keep things going. Ancient now, the deciding ground. Look to take it on. Metizport on the CT side, Astralis on the T side. Who will make it work?
This round's already starting. Metizport CT side. Joe Brothers first engagement. Lumi just tapping away. Isaac with 1 and a second in towards middle. Fired up for that third one, is he?
It's brilliant. It's as good as it gets. Yabi asked to do some heavy lifting of his own as he explores towards the left-hand side while the right is being pressured. Stown needs to be careful.
Yeah, gotta make sure you stay alive right now. Yabi's got a lot of real estate in towards the A-bomb side. You want to buy him enough time to actually get activated. Thing is, Plopsky's gonna soon enough realize this timing is a possibility.
Stown gets his first pickup, but Plopsky quick to trade on the different front.
They should be good to go into that B-bomb side. Lumi, he's gonna get all the time in the world to get ready.
Oh, that nade is good as well. Does some damage to the Stown as he looks to cross in. Device gets an early pickup. You need to find Lumi, though, here. Dooley's in hand enough to spray down the impending Danish players. Metizport with first blood.
He seems to be finding the right way forward, though. And he's going to be all alone this time around in towards A. A big one.
Yeah, Lumi's going to get pressured here. Oh! You thought he'd had a chance to escape. Stare. Begs to differ. Pot shots through the smoke. Hampers his knees. Well, the bombing's going down, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Opening from the smoke. Device does trade in that instance, but Isaac gets some of his own. The most influential player is Adam B, though. Triple? And Cadian now left in the 1v3, asked to get some 1-deeks to keep Astralis in play, but I'm afraid a bit too tough. Already touched down to no health, as the bomb will do the job in the end.
All right. If Astralis were going to show that early momentum is not king in this series, now would be the time. You've lost the first 3 rounds, now you get a full purchase on, but look at the aggression. Plopsky's just charging down.
Ooh. That's the noises Plopsky is probably making, walking through the mollies. He's down to 20 points of health. Still Storm gets the first pick.
Yeah, that was on middle. Isaac going down in towards Donut. Lumi yet to be spotted, but Hampus has been able to find one through that cave smoke. So you get a 1-for-1, but the Oper unaware that Cadian was already out.
And the A site fully under lock and key for Astralis. And Metizport, yeah, you've got no choice but to back away with Cadian holding the line of fire, possibly, to find Plopsky as he rotates. Never mind, gets away.
Yeah, it's going to be Yabi here.
Yeah, can't stop anybody from saving. Adam B deals with him. He's the only one that's racking up the numbers. Never mind, Isaac's not doing too bad either.
Look at Plopsky. And going towards cave, though. You spotted so many players in towards that middle part of the map. Are you going to be ready for Plopsky? You weren't, at least for the start, but Device is quick enough on the trigger.
He is indeed. Isaac thinking he wants to get a piece of that action. Lumi needs to double him up, needs to be there as assistance, but Device is there to stop him. Astralis all of a sudden are demanding respect on this right-hand side, and Metizport players aren't allowed anywhere close to their proximity.
This is the most competitive beginning we've seen so far of a map in the series, by the way. Astralis do lose the first 3. The moment they get their guns out, first by round, they win because of a Cadian playing towards the A-bomb side. Oh no, it was Stun actually. Device was the one to get the refrag with the open towards Cheetah. Still bottom line. Astralis looking aware of a lot of the possibilities, and they will even get those guns out of the hands of Metizport. This is absolutely massive. Nothing.
Especially when looking at the veto, how even things are laid out. But first seed versus last seed, Danes versus Swedes. Buy round coming in for Astralis as aggressive.
Oh!
as that, Cadian and Stown get the first 2 kills. Metizport don't seem to have an answer. You need a collection and you need it quick. Hampus rushes towards Cadian and makes things doable for Metizport.
Yeah, Cadian knife out looking for a gun there is going to get punished, and that's given Metizport a bit of an opportunity to go for the retake. Still no kill, so you got to be quick on it.
You've got to be fast. You've got to have some pace with you. But these mollies, these smokes are keeping you back. They do fade, and that's when Metizport look to drop in. Stown revealing himself, but Isaac is on fire. Stare knows there's no chance he can defend this. He's going to try and spray in the position of the bomb defuse. Instead, Lumi answers back, and Metizport able to receive the lead. Adam B's lucky his head doesn't get ripped off his shoulders.
Mate.
Just 28 points of damage.
Oh,
respectable.
There's 100.
But indeed. And Yabi's no longer with us in this round.
Hampus seems aware. Regardless of the Molotov, he seems to know that Stair could be up close. Astralis once again have grouped up in towards the B-bomb side. It's all about trying to take the attention away. Going for the wallbang with the AWP is wishful thinking. Stair's got a bit of a timing though.
How does Stair get away with that? And he turns his attention back into tunnels. And that's when Isaac looks to drop back. Astralis have got full mid control now. They know of it. They don't really want to go into B instantly. Metizport want to gain some info, maybe a pick, and they could be falling into Device's hands. The timing of it. At least they know the A site is being considered. So Isaac must be called to action.
Yeah, Metizport is proactive enough to know what is going on right now. Isaac's going to start hearing the steps. It's all about clearing out CT spawn though, and Hampus needs to take his time with this one. Isaac, timing is going to be of the utmost importance.
Plopsky does get the catch into mid. Isaac walks in, and to Astralis' surprise, they're being steamrolled. Metizport so quick to read the situation and got the perfect answer to the status quo.
Putting up a fight right now on the CT side. What started as a 3 versus 4 retake on the B-bomb side in the previous one is now putting Astralis in a pretty unfavorable financial situation. Device down to a Tech 9 right now. A couple Galils in the mix as well. Utility's not looking great either. You need a couple clean headshots to start.
You've denied 2 great opportunities for Astralis so far. And even though it's the Danes that gain first blood this round, still endangering Hampus' position. Gets away with it, and now there's still more players that are low. Plopsky aggresses. Oh, there's so many fights happening at the same time, and Yabi doesn't have a clue. Oh, the timing of that peak, the accuracy of the shot. Astralis still ahead. Surely not Hampus. He knew his position was vital. He knew that he had to get something done, but Astralis were ready.
Adam B's here, though. All on 3 people on the other side of things. AK in hand, they're being so quiet about it. Adam, he doesn't realize that they're just crawling closer and closer. Timing is good on the first one. Are you ready for another? Adam, not quite. Down. Shuts him down. As sharp as ever on the AK, and this is going to be the signal. That's the alarm for Lumi. He's calling this one off. He's throwing the towel. Astralis will get a forward on the board.
Astralis, on the other hand, have got themselves a nice little buy on them. Look to greet Metizport on 5 if all goes well.
Hero Hope, that's an early peak that you were after. Lumi, sounds already out of the equation. This is the only big gun that Metizport is bringing into this one, right? Everyone else is on the pistols right now. You don't even have an MP9 in the mix, but this is definitely going to put a little bit of pressure. Now, if you're Astralis, you're trying to avoid the Hope as well.
Could be in changer. Smoke does move due to the nade. Stair, though, gets a lot of the damage done here for Astralis. Sure, the start looked weak or bleak. Adam B does salvage the big green, but I think that's the end of that round. Astralis happy with this one. I don't think they'd even want to go for a big chase either.
Yeah. You probably don't, right? You're looking at your own finances. Sure, you might want to get that AVP out of the hands of Metizport, but with the loss bonus, they're going to have one regardless. Actually, Astralis are going to be on the prowl. If they get that kill, Device is going to have an AVP in the next round, so pretty worth it. And CZ spotted. A bit of a jump scare going on with Device even jumping there. Literally a jump scare.
Yeah, he's got a scope in, though. He's still after him. Ooh, quick scope is good enough.
That is a little bit of a problem now for Astralis, by the way. We're going to take a look at the money at the start of next round, but...
Be competitive all across the board, but Astralis might have found a gap. Look towards the left-hand side of your maps. Suddenly, Astralis are making room. Sure, there are some trades in mid. Metizport do get an early collection, but Lumi was the only defender. Holding down on Donut. Hampus can find something in quick. Isaac now posting up outside of mid, gets smoked off, but Stead does pressure him, pushes forwards instead. Astralis, that might be a fumble, meaning that Device and Stown need to collect the pieces. Three Metizport players look to bunch up in Temple, one revealing himself as well. And that means Metizport will at least gather 6 at the end of this half. Not too bad of a comeback.
What does Cadian have? He's got nothing.
A wish?
Tech 9.
Well, at least Adam B does some damage before he falls, which Plopsky is able to capitalize upon. Still have sight control. Cadian does find himself a Tech 9, but Metizport are taking the aggressive route. Oh no, they're actually waiting for this. Could be detrimental, but never mind. The M4s are having a better time in situations like this. And it looks like it should be a simple walkover here on out. Isaac also pressuring from the sidelines. The final bullet from the spray does the job as well, as Metizport guarantee a 2-round buffer at the end of halftime.
And this is where it all starts. Second half, Metizport on the T side. B-Pop coming up. Astralis, a triple setup to try and stop them with the smoke and Julie's in play.
They do have Device and Stown trying to hold it down. Dooley's doing a great job on the first contact, but the explosion from main comes through as well. Stare doubles up. Metizport find a blockade of hot lead. Walk right into it. Hampus, all that remains. And Yabi has got his number. Clean start for Astralis, as good as it could be, honestly. Cadian deep into mid already. Cubby taking up Metizport. Going to be testing that left-hand side, and Cadian, no longer having his life, will give the edge to the Swedes.
Yeah, Adam B was ready. Instant smoke for the jungle molly there. Set up Cadian for the peek, and Stairs playing up close and personal wins towards A main. They don't seem ready for it, but does he get more than one out of this?
They get tested. They don't chase after him.
Not even a
Isaac
one?
is good to recover. Damage onto Isaac, but not enough for the collection. Suddenly, there's a full coast clear onto the A site for Metizport.
I mean, you're ready for the utility of Metizport, right? This is Astralis just showing that they probably are one step ahead in terms of what type of round Metizport want to go for, but you probably expected them to be a little bit more aggro in towards middle, I guess.
Looking to close the distance. Into red already. Walks through the
Playing
smoke.
so slow. This is difficult to read.
No way they expect this. Adam B could have the element of surprise for him. Stare, though, is able to connect onto the head quickest. Therefore, Metizport, though, will have to turn things around onto this A site, catching their attention in mid. Now, Cadian has to spare his attention to two different positions, both mid and the site being taken over. Astralis in trouble.
Low HP on Cadian and Stare. No kit, no U2 when you've lost the Device. You gotta call this one up, but they're just going forward. Isaac being flashed into our CT spawn. You don't want to hold on to the bomb site. You want to make Astralis feel like they can't hold on to anything. And Plopsky's taking down Cadian. Stown is on a timer. Hampus takes him down. Metizport get 9 on the T side. And that was a masterclass of a call from Hampus. And now Metizport is just 3 rounds away from it. Astralis, another buy. Device with a big green. Everyone else with the M4s and the Famous in the hands of Cadian. This is the time for you to strike.
And that's exactly what they do, but Hampus is able to interrupt it. Push out from mid of his own. Sure, he's low, but he's got the early pick.
Dangerous for Stown. He's going to receive a little bit of support from Cadian. It's all about the timing, though. If Cadian goes down, then Stown's going to be in a really difficult position.
You're going to try and reinforce it out from main, but you're not able to do it. Instead, Cadian has to drop away. Down to 22 points of health. He's in trouble. Backstabbed. Plopsky creates the opening onto the B side. Metizport are winning all trades, but suddenly Astralis, so that they've got control over A. The round is on its head. Flipped entirely. Plopsky, that's so aggressive, and it pays off. Now Device, the start of Danish Counter-Strike, here to save the day. Big nade. Plopsky posts up. Lumi presses the digits. And Device tries to find the optimal position and move in. Lumi yet to show himself. Plopsky hides. Lumi has figured out the info. Device has to figure it out all in his head. Picture it. Manifest it. And now bring it to reality.
Double peek.
Plopsky. Oh, there could have been a chance. But the crouch was enough to keep him alive. Metizport on 11, not allowing Astralis to get a say. Astralis, it's been 4 majors that they haven't been able to make it. And they are scared that it just might be a 5th. Not over, but Metizport definitely banging on the door. Gideon knows that he needs to step up here. Goes for a slight walk forwards, doesn't have assistance, but can get away with a frag. Gets away with his life, and Astralis has evened things up.
That's a massive steal from Cadian, by the way. No refrag potential, though. Adam B didn't think Cadian would go for that type of play, but he needed to make something happen. Lumi in position, shuts down Device.
The thing is, it wasn't just Device holding down the A site. You still have 2 players available to you if you're Astralis. Metizport, on the other hand, breaking through multiple directions. Stare, pressured from so many angles, and this could be it. The Swedes could take over. Stown trying to do everything in his power to keep things going. Headshot onto Popsky. He might just have another angle in it. Hampus keeping his teammate alive. As Stown closes in, less than optimal health. Hampus out with the molly's not going to help him in that fight. Stown keeps Astralis in it, waits for the molly to dissipate. He's going to hold on, stick that defuse, and keep Astralis in the game.
That's the lifesaver that you want to have on the team. Pick up that hope, son. That 1 versus 3 clutch was absolutely insane. That was the 3 versus 1 that you just gave away to Stown, and sure, he played it to perfection, but you feel like that was your opportunity. You're going to have 4 more chances. You don't want to get into your heads too much.
Metizport take a lot of nade damage early. The flash, confusion. Yabi with the first pick. Astralis have got things noted down here. Mid locked in. Stown to pressure Polsky. Oh dear, no. Plopsky does get dropped. And Astralis again, 2-man advantage. That's got to hurt. They know they fumbled it a second ago. But they've got to figure out that they've got another chance. Down on the back lurk. He's realized what's happened, calls out for reinforcements. Astralis going to join into this 5-man strong. No reason to re-aggress here. You're just going to have to wait for the timing. Safe 1-part position. Aggression from Isaac, knowing he's got to bring the brilliance. Lumi misses a shot that he usually does not miss. Device answers back. Hampus will try and hold down the line, but it is to no avail. Astralis, 2 back-to-back, and you're on the streak. Metizport electing to take a lot of mid-early pressure. Adam B doesn't get spotted. Gets the better end of the timing. Push coming through. Popsky to assist. There comes Isaac. And Adam B assists with the damage. Device so pressured from Adam B's position. He doubles down with the push. Suddenly Metizport have a real opportunity. But this time, it's Yabi's turn to bring the clutch for Astralis. No divider position. We've entered a new Swedish era of Counter-Strike. Metizport make it into the major.
It's been such a long time. 2019.